Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take the snooze fest out of corporate filings. Today we are diving into a report from SLM Corporation. Stick around, you won't believe how exciting student loans can actually be. Or not. This report is in 8K form, a snapshot of important events a company needs to tell the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC. About today, we're unpacking SLM Corporation's meeting with its stockholders, which covers director elections, an employee stock plan, and executive pay. We'll zero in on what really matters to anyone following the company. Welcome to Corporate Decoder. If you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can chat about this report and many others with people just like you. This document is signaling the date that some event happened that triggered it. In this case, the date of the report is June 17, 2025. SLM Corporation, or Sallie Mae, is a big name in student loans. This filing is about what happened at their annual meeting of stockholders. This is where big decisions get voted on by the people who own the company's stock. Let's get started. The main point here is the approval of something called the 2025 Employee Stock Purchase Plan, or ESPP. This is a way for employees to buy company stock, hopefully at a discount. The details are buried in their previous filings. Essentially, it's a plan to let employees buy stock. A good stock purchase plan can align the interests of employees and the company, because when the company does well, the employees also do well because they own stock. Now, for the main event, the votes. There were a few key proposals voted on by the SLM Corporation stockholders. The first was electing the board of directors, the people who steer the ship. The second was all about that employee stock purchase plan we just talked about. The third was a vote on executive compensation, basically. Are the top dogs getting paid too much? And finally, approval of their accounting firm. First up, the election of directors. Stockholders got to pick who they wanted on the board. It looks like they chose 13 directors. Janaki Akella received about 79 million votes, for with about 9 million against. All 13 directors were approved pretty overwhelmingly. Having an engaged board of directors is beneficial because it's an extra set of eyes to help management do their job and ensure they're operating within the best interests of the stockholders and not for selfish reasons. Next, the vote on the 2025 ESPP. This is where stockholders say yes or no to the employee stock purchase plan. This impacts not only the company's employees by giving them an incentive with the stock, but the stockholders as well, because they get a small piece of ownership of the company. In this case, about 188 million voted for, with about 650,000 voting against. Looks like they approved this employee plan. Now, onto the advisory vote on executive pay. This is always a hot topic. Are the executives making too much money? Oftentimes these votes are just a formality, but it's an insight into what stockholders think about management. About 18.7 million voted for the executive compensation, while about 1.7 million voted for the executive compensation. While about 1.7 million voted for the executive compensation. While about 1.7 million voted against. It passed pretty favorably. Finally, they ratified the appointment of KPMG LF, the independent auditor. This one is usually a given, and it basically is just confirming to the public who is doing the accounting. 19.4 million voted for and about 1 million voted against. If you want to see more details on this plan or other aspects of SLM Corp, you can refer to the exhibits listed and get more information on the 2025 Employee Stock Purchase Plan. Now, let's zoom out and think about what all of this means. The fact that the directors, the employee stock plan, and the executive compensation passed so comfortably indicates the stockholders are happy with the direction of the company. The company has a large incentive to make sure that the stock does well, because management and other employees will be incentivized to make the stock do better. However, this is not without risks. Anytime you take on an extra expense or implement a new plan, there can be significant disruptions to the business. For example, the employee stock incentive plan may be expensive to implement or have negative taxation consequences. In conclusion, the annual meeting seems to go smoothly, with shareholders approving of the company leadership, employee plan, and the choice of accounting firm. Alright, that's our breakdown of SLM Corporation's latest filing. What's your take on these corporate decisions and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.